Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful day here on the New England Trail. Phase 3 and Dandelion. I stayed with them in their basement last night, and Phase 3 just dropped me off at the trail with the Connecticut River behind me. It's foggy back there. Even if we was right at the river, you can't see it right now. But I am on a trail that's called the Rail Trail. I mean, I'm on the New England Trail, but it combines with the Rail Trail right here. Getting ready to walk under Interstate 91. And those mountains up there, I'm not sure if that is Mount Tom or if that is like the foothills of Mount Tom. I'm not sure exactly what that is. But basically, that's the big mountain for today is Mount Tom. There might be a couple other summits, but that's the big climb for the day, with a lot of ups and downs like it has been. But stopped by Dunkin' Donuts on the way, got my coffee, a ham and cheese croissant, some hash browns, and the chocolate glazed donuts. You know I have to have those. So I am raring to go. Got a lot of food in me yesterday, a lot of calories, much needed to replenish what I've been burning. So raring to go today. Don't know how many miles I'm doing yet. Just gonna play it by ear. It's gonna be a big day, a good day, but who knows if it's gonna be 20 or 30 or more or less. Who knows? But it's a beautiful morning, nice and crisp, but it's gonna be hot today in the mid 80s. So that comes into play with my speed, potentially. But right here, Interstate 91, look at that beautiful scenery. Let's get going today. Let's do some conquering. Road walking now. Zigzagging back and forth to get up there back in the forest. Wanted to take a few moments and give a shout out to Dandelion and Phase 3, a trail angel couple that is just awesome. Big hearts. They did a lot to help me getting around. She got me off trail. He got me back on the trail and get me to restaurants, etc. Mount Tom North Trailhead Park. This is where I'm turning. But great people, big hearts. She thru-hiked in 2022 on the Appalachian Trail. They love to help out hikers, both here on the net and the Appalachian Trail. And I'm glad I got to meet them, hear great stories of Albania, Kosovo, and their travels throughout their lives. And just great people with big hearts. So thank you for all you did for me. I appreciate that. That's one great thing about through hiking is the people you meet and getting to hear their stories and so forth. So very grateful for all the help that they gave, getting me around and so forth. But right here at Mount Tom Trailhead Park, and going back in the forest and away from those scary cars. Getting closer to the Massachusetts-Connecticut line. This is the big climb of the day here, or of the morning at least, is Mount Tom. So then after that, heading towards Connecticut and Westfield, Massachusetts, and then Connecticut. And looking forward to the great views and the great climbs today. Let's do it. Nice outcropping with some great views of the valley and the Connecticut River. And it's gorgeous. That fog is lifted. And the sun will start warming it up any second. It's already actually quite warm. Oh, nice. Here in the first summit of the day, looking down into East Hampton. That's cool looking. The mountains in the distance. And beautiful East Hampton from up high. Very nice. Standing on the summit of Goat Peak, the first summit of the day. Not a bad climb up at all. Nothing too scrambly or sketchy. Just a nice steady incline with a couple steep parts, but nothing bad. East Hampton down in the valley with the fall colors and trees. Absolutely beautiful. And the first summit of the day, Goat Peak, is in the bag. Standing on the summit of Whiting Peak. Some nice little scrambles and steep sections on the way up. Standing on the edge of some cliffs right now, overlooking, I don't know if that's still East Hampton or the other Hampton, I think Northampton, I don't know. I can't tell the dividing line, but it's beautiful nonetheless, looking down into the valley like that. And the second summit of the day, Whiting Peak, is in the bag. I'm climbing up on top of that right now. That's cool. Yeah. Standing on the summit of Mount Tom. Towers everywhere on this side. Beautiful views into the valley and the Hamptons down here. Wow. What a great climb up. Lots of cliff and edge walking and scrambling. That was fun. But the third summit of the day, with no time to waste, Mount Tom is in the bag. Still descending Mount Tom. It's a very cruisy trail right now. When you first start descending, it's real steep with a lot of the like croquet and pool ball, billiards ball size rocks and stones. So a lot of rollers, as I like to call them. Gotta take your time so you don't roll an ankle falling down or slip on one like a big old marble and go falling back and hitting your head on one. You don't want that to happen, so you gotta take your time. It's kind of even out now. Still one more steep section going down. I don't know what that means as far as what type of terrain. It could just be steep with like normal trail, or it could be a little bit of scrambles or bouldering, like going up the other side. This is totally different than the other side. The other side was a lot of cliffs. And by the way, I gotta say, that was fun. Reminded me of Mount Race in Massachusetts on the AT. Just a lot of open cliff hiking and scrambling up and down, some big rocks, boulders type of thing, mild scrambling, and then just walking right along the edge of the cliffs. That was pretty cool. There was a couple times I did things harder than I needed to. You kind of lose the blaze and you start going up and down a cliff that is a little sketchy, and then you come around and realize, oh, the trail actually went around the other side of that boulder. Oh well, got to have fun. It was definitely a fun climb for sure, and descending is not too bad. Just got to take your time. And that's it. But about 7.5 miles into it for today. About, I don't know, 12 or so to a potential tent site. And if not there, it's about another 10 miles after that to another one, unless I find one in between somewhere that I could stealth at. So just playing it by ear. That's all I can do. It is hot out here today. It's already warm. Already hot, I should say. It's going to be hotter. It's going to be in the mid-80s. At least it's New England, so mid-80s is not as bad as mid-80s in the South, that's for sure. But anyway, it's a beautiful day. Fall colors are popping, but there's still a lot of green left, so who knows what's going to happen over the next couple days as I continue going south. But what a fun start to the morning, and I hope I'm capturing it good for y'all to experience that, a little bit of what I'm experiencing out here. Because as you well know, if you've been following for any amount of time, I try to capture it in a way that you feel you're right here with me. No editing, no music, just the trail. Just me and you on the trail. Oh, yay. I don't hear anything yet. I passed one around the Seven Sisters. I mean, I can't say I passed one. I was near one. When I was up on that range, I could hear quite a bit of shots going off. I haven't heard anything yet for this range. Well, this mountain range and the gun range. Doesn't mean I won't. There was a couple times on the AT that there was one really near me, and it's like very stressful because you're winding around it. You don't know quite where it's coming from. And when you don't know there's a gun range there, well, let's just say it makes you walk a little faster. So it's good that they put the warning signs up there, at least. Going little ups and downs here. I just stopped and had some lunch. And by lunch, I mean snacks. Squeezable Skippy peanut butter. I have Jif peanut butter, but I'm being disciplined and I'm not touching that until the Skippy is gone, because it is a kind I've never had before. Little peanut butter cups, but they're chocolate peanut butter cups. And I really want to have those. But I have to finish the Skippy first because it was already open. See, I can be disciplined. But anyway, I had that peanut butter and some goldfish and a Twinkie. And now I'm off again. And I'll eat again in another hour because that's what I do. Coming to a road here that I'll be crossing and back into the forest for these little ups and downs around the 500 to 700 range, give or take. It's getting quite warm out, but not oppressive in the least bit. Not really that humid, just enough to be hot. Wow, now that is nice. Farmland of New Hampshire in the fall. Look at all those beautiful colors up from on top of this cliff. Beautiful. Yes. I am blessed to be out here. Woo! Here's a nice opening looking to the east off the ridge. I was hoping this would happen soon because everything always looks to the west. And over there somewhere is Springfield, because I walk around the west side of it. So I'm hoping I get some nice views of the Springfield Valley as I get close to Westfield and such. But those are some beautiful colors down there, aren't they? Turn to the right, turn to the right, gotta turn to the right. oops, I turned to the right, just like I was supposed to do, but you don't keep going on that dirt road or whatever it was. You turn immediately to the left, back in the forest on this trail. And I went down about 100 yards and realized I don't see a blaze. I might have went too far, so I went back to see what I did wrong. And sure enough, I was supposed to turn left immediately. Technically, I was supposed to turn right, but that's deceiving when it says turn right like that, because you think you're going to go for a little bit. Well, when you assume, at least, but you know what they say about assuming. It makes donkeys out of you and me. The trail hasn't changed much in the last several miles, except for crossing a road and a short quarter-mile road walk before that. It's been pretty much this same kind of trail, which is just dirt with rocks on it, or climbing up rocks or climbing down rocks. Just continual up and down in the forest, with the occasional jump out to the edge of a cliff. Which is, I'm thankful for that I get those views, but I like a little change once in a while, and the forest hasn't changed much lately. Mainly because I'm just down to the same elevation, you know, jumping between 500 and 700 feet. It's tedious, but there's never a through hike that's not tedious at some point. You just gotta keep grinding through, and that's what I'm doing right now, is grinding through. There hasn't been no water today at all, but that's okay because I've been carrying several liters with me, because I knew that here in a couple miles there should be a brook or a stream, which will be just about the time I'm running out, so that's good. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep going up, and then I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to go up again, and then I'm going to go down, and maybe repeat that a few more times here on the New England Trail. It is an awesome trail, though, I must admit. Coming down to my last couple miles of the day, and descending right now, getting ready to go underneath the Massachusetts Turnpike. I'm not sure if I'll be road walking on that, or if the trail, like in the, just goes underneath there somehow without connecting with a road. But talking about connecting with roads, about a mile back, connected with a dirt road, and there was an ATV and a dirt bike that was there, and they were respectful and nice and cordial, and then when they took off slowly going down the road, so they weren't spitting rocks up on me or dust in my face. But the same cannot be said for 3 dirt bikers coming from the other direction. The first 2 I just wanted to knock straight up off the dirt bike and give them a piece of my mind. But I'm full of love, so I don't do that. But I wanted to. Jerks went by as fast as they could. I'm like doing this to not get hit in the face with rocks, and because it was spitting rocks everywhere. Hit a couple of them hit my leg. Luckily, didn't get any on my head or face. And then the third one put his hand up, went real slow, like he was saying, sorry about that, sorry about those other 2. Hopefully he gave them a piece of his mind when they came to a stop wherever. Said, man, you can't do that when there's a person walking by. Hopefully. Idiots need a lesson. Anyway, I digress. I'm off that and back on the trail now. And we'll be walking underneath the Massachusetts Turnpike soon. Look at those beautiful colors. Yeah, that's nice. So always eventful on a through hike. You never know what you're going to get into, or what you're going to run into, I should say. Actually, I still hear the dirt bikes off that direction in the distance. So their trail must be close to this trail, and they connected earlier. And hopefully I don't have to run into them anymore, because I wasn't real happy about that. It was just plain disrespectful. And I don't like disrespect at all. You go under the Massachusetts Turnpike, and then the trail brings you right up here, which is the Massachusetts Turnpike. That's crazy. It's so peaceful and relaxing. That's crazy. Man, I could totally go for some Chick-fil-A right now. I guess they're putting billboards up for thru-hikers. Back in the forest again. Yeah, I'm back in the forest again. I have arrived at a campsite, one of the very few designated campsites. There's a platform here. I'm going to set up right here in front of the platform, plenty flat. I don't like being on the platform. So I'm going to set up right in front of it. I don't foresee any other people coming through. It might be a somewhat noisy night because I hear traffic very close. So we'll see. I seen in the comments something about trains. I haven't heard any trains yet, so hopefully I'll get lucky on that one. But the water was not good. 20 miles before I hit water, and it was not good. 3 bridges, 3 little streams, all dry. And then I looked behind me on the third one, and there was a real low creek or river that you could tell was a beaver production. Oh well, beaver water it is, so I can fill up with water. And the funny thing is, I'm a mile from another big river crossing, the Westfield. The day started out on the Connecticut River, or next to the Connecticut River. So you have these 2 big bodies of water, and there's like no water at all today. A lot of ridge walking, that's why. And it's just a drought, and very, 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 very dry here. So I'm camping here. I could have went on a little further, but I'm thinking about hitting breakfast at a restaurant that I will walk by in the morning as I cross the Westfield River. So I'm thinking about that. It depends when they open. But that would be nice to have a little town breakfast before the big day started. All right, y'all, have a good night. Remember, live life.